Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Young and the Restless. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Cameron pushes Sharon toward the dark side, and Billy turns to Jack for support. At the club, Victor notices Nikki's not eating. She's too worried about Faith. Victor reminds her neither Faith nor Lucy was seriously injured. Nikki just wants to see her and clucks about another car accident involving underage drinking. Victor asks if she's thinking about Faith's previous accident. They're lucky Adam was there to give her a kidney. Nikki is grateful he did that. She can't help but think about Cassie. Victor muses they lost that girl too soon. Nikki's sure this is just a painful reminder of what Sharon and Nick have already been through. Victor asks if alcohol being a factor is upsetting her. Nikki says, of course. So many young people think drugs or alcohol can solve their problems, but they can't. Victor's grateful that she's committed to her recovery. How worried should we be about Sharon's well-being? Nikki says Nick thinks she's grieving Cassie all over again after renaming Cameron's company. Wouldn't it be ironic if that noble gesture ended up causing her even more pain? In the hospital, Faith tells her parents she keeps replaying the accident in her mind. If she hadn't turned her head, Nick reminds her she was trying to help Lucy, who was sick. Sharon snaps from drinking. Nick asks if Faith is tender. Faith says she feels okay physically. She just feels terrible that she let this happen. Sharon seethes. You need to stop that. Because none of this is your fault, Faith. Nick and Faith both shoot her a wary look. Faith knows Sharon is blaming herself for the accident, but tells her she can't protect her from bad things happening. Sharon tells her they trust her, and she was trying to do the right thing. Nick says she and Lucy are okay, and that's what matters. Sharon changes the subject to food. Faith doesn't have much of an appetite, but she'd like to go home. Nick isn't sure she'll be released today and will send Maria over with her tablet. Faith guesses her mother's trip to Sedona is off now. She's glad she's there. Nick makes a joke about being chopped liver. Faith wants to see how Lucy's doing, but Sharon snaps. You don't need to worry about Lucy. Just then, Daniel comes in and says the doctors are running a few more tests on his daughter. Sharon glares at Daniel as Faith asks, is something wrong? Is Lucy going to be okay? Daniel thinks the doctors are just being overly cautious. He's sure she'll be fine. Sharon snips. What brings you by, Daniel? Daniel just wanted to say he's sorry. Cameron appears and says he has a lot to apologize for. Sharon squeezes her eyes to try and get him to go away. He smirks at this. Daniel tells them that Lucy's drinking led to this. Faith says she may have caused that. I told Lucy we couldn't be friends. Daniel knows his daughter has had a tough time with boundaries. Faith thinks she got drunk because she rejected her, and then she called her because she had no one else. Daniel says Lucy should have called him. Cameron snarks. Maybe if she wanted a drinking buddy. Nick tells Faith that Daniel's right, but Faith argues that Lucy's a kid. She's the one who took her eyes off the road. Sharon hollers that she won't sit there and listen to Faith take the blame for any of this. Nick reminds his ex that they're not blaming anyone right now. Cameron, over Sharon's shoulder, whispers, that's not true, is it? Sharon looks at Daniel. At Society, Devon wraps up a phone call as Lily walks in. He asks her what's wrong. She says her plan to ask Billy from Chancellor blew up in her face. Devon learns that he fired her. Lily explains he can terminate her contract. He just has to pay her off. Devon suggests she call Jill. Lily won't bother her. She stepped away to focus on her health. She frets that she overplayed her hand and pushed him too hard, too soon. Billy's sitting at Crimson Lights when Jack walks in and greets him. You look like hell. Billy snarks that he always knows what to say to make him feel better. He claims he just had a long night working. Jack wishes him every success at Abbott Chancellor. Billy snaps at him and then apologizes. It's not about you. Just then Chelsea walks in with Connor. Jack notices Billy's reaction. Billy stands and tells Connor it's good to see him. Connor has missed him and wants to hang out. Billy says he's missed him too. They discuss a book Billy gave Connor, which made him feel he wasn't alone with his OCD. Billy assures him they'll make plans and hang out with Johnny. We'll make that happen. They all make Connor feel good about getting help. Chelsea asks her son to go wait in the car. Connor asks Billy if he'll see him soon.